So I've picked this little critter book to read because I know I really like little critter books, and they are right at my reading level. But I have looked at the cover to see if it looks interesting to me, and it does. And I did double check and look through the pages to make sure that I feel comfortable with the words, and I do. And so just to remember that as I read, I'm going to be looking at the pictures and drawing connections between the pictures and the words, especially if there's a word that I don't understand. So, just a snowy vacation. My whole family went on vacation, except the baby. He stayed at Grandma's. We drove up the mountains. There was a lot of snow up there, but we were warm because we were in the car. We went to Critter Mountain Ski Resort. We walked up to the front desk and they gave us a room. Check in. Little critter. The bellhop drove us to our room in a funny little wagon. A bellhop is a critter that carries your stuff around so you don't get tired. Critter Mountain Ski Resort. Game room, jacuzzi, pool, lobby. The first night, Mom and Dad rested while my little sister and I watched TV and played. We woke up bright and early to hit the slopes. We had breakfast in the big dining room. It was full of critters from everywhere. After breakfast, we went to the ski rental booth to get our skis. Rentals and sales. Dad left Mom and us at the bunny slope, and he went off to tame the mountain. That's what he said. I did great on the bunny slope, but my little sister needed help. I could stop, I could turn, I could jump, I could even do tricks. We saw a rescue team going up the mountain. That was neat. Later, they brought down someone who had wiped out on the slopes. It was Dad. Poor Dad. He looked kind of upset. They had a doctor right there. I guess this kind of thing happens a lot. The doctor sure bandaged Dad's ankle up real good. Dad had to rest. We put him in bed and made him comfy before we went back out to have fun. Mom, little sister, and I took a ride on the ski lift. My little sister was scared, but I wasn't. After that, we went ice skating. Dad came out to watch. I called, "Hey, Dad, neat crutches." He just waved. In the morning, we packed up. My little sister and I helped a lot. The bellhop loaded up our car. He even let Dad keep the crutches. Mom had to drive all the way home. Wasn't that fun, Dad? Thank you for reading this little critter book with me. So I've picked this penguins book to read. I really like penguins, and because it's real photos and not drawings, I think that this looks like it's a fact book about penguins. And I flipped it over and I read that it said penguins can swim, dive, hop, slide, and waddle. In this book, you will find out what else these cool birds can do. And I did make sure that I felt comfortable with the words, and it does look like it's a good book for me, so I am going to go ahead and read it. Cool penguins. This is the table of contents. Chapter 1. Meet the penguin. Penguins hop, slip, and slide. Penguins swim, leap, and dive. What kind of animals do you think they are? All of these are birds. Penguin, blue jay, owl, flamingo. Penguins are birds. They have feathers and lay eggs, but they cannot fly. Fast fact. There are more adelies than any other kind of penguin. And I wasn't sure how to say this word, but right next to it, it sounded it out for me. Adelies. So now I know how to say that word. This picture shows Adelie penguins. You may have seen them at the zoo, but there are many other types of penguins too. Fast fact. Some emperor penguins stand 4 feet tall. Emperor penguins are the largest. Some of them weigh 100 pounds. That is as much as a big dog. Fast fact. Why do you think these penguins were given these names? Fairy penguin, rockhopper penguin. Fairy penguins are the smallest. They weigh only as much as a kitten. There are also rockhopper penguins. The bright feathers on top of their heads are called a crest. Chinstrap penguin, black-footed penguin. Let's not forget about chinstrap penguins and black-footed penguins. There are 17 kinds of penguins in all. Chapter 2, Survival Skills. The red shows where penguins live in the world. Penguins can be found in some of the coldest places on the planet. They are one of the few animals that can live in Antarctica. Penguin parts: beak, flippers, tail, webbed feet, feathers. Penguins have thick feathers to keep out the cold. A layer of fat underneath the feathers also helps them to stay warm. List: penguin predators: leopard seals, orcas, sea lions, sharks. Penguins have dark backs and light bellies. This special coloring lets them blend in on land and sea. It helps penguins hide from predators that want to gobble them up. Krill, squid. List: penguin food: fish, krill, squid, octopus, small sea creatures. Penguins use their flippers and webbed feet to swim super fast. They use their sharp beaks to grab an underwater lunch. Chapter 3, On the Move. Penguins have plenty of ways to move on land and in the sea. They can dive. They can swim on top of the water or deep underneath it. Fast fact. Penguins can hold their breath underwater for 20 minutes. 3 penguins leap out of the water after a swim. And guess what? When penguins are done swimming, they can leap right out of the water onto a snowbank. Wow! Waddle, hop. On land, penguins waddle to get around. They are also great hoppers. Fast fact. Adelie penguins travel hundreds of miles each year to find food and lay eggs. Penguins can even flop on their bellies and slide. Whee! This is called tobogganing. Chapter 4, Penguin chicks. Most kinds of penguins make nests out of rocks, sticks, or dirt. Each nest holds 1 or 2 eggs. Fast fact. Some penguins steal rocks from other penguins to build bigger nests. Both the male and female take turns keeping the eggs warm. One penguin parent stays home while the other hunts for food. A newborn penguin chick looks like this. The eggs are ready to hatch after 1 or 2 months. Chicks break through the eggshells with their sharp little beaks. Chip, chip, chip. This is called pipping. Chicks are covered in a soft fuzz called down. The chick starts singing as soon as they hatch. The parents sing back. This helps the new penguin family learn one another's voices. A chick finds its mom. Even in a huge crowd, a parent and chick can find each other by singing. Penguins are very cool birds indeed. So here's the glossary. And there's some words that we talked about in the book, and it tells us how to say them. So this word here is Adelie penguin, a type of penguin that lives in Antarctica. This word here, Antarctica, Antarctica, a cold, icy continent that covers the South Pole. Crest, crest, a tuft of feathers on top of a bird's head. Down, the soft, fluffy feathers of a penguin chick. This word here, pipping, pipping, when a penguin uses its beak to hatch out of an eggshell. This word here, predator, predator, an animal that hunts another animal for food. This one's pretty tricky. Tobogganing, 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 when a penguin slides over ice on its belly. Last one, waddle, waddle, to take short steps and sway from side to side. Thanks for reading Cool Penguins.